Hujambo, Hujambo, Model Tep, Shabbat Shalom, Assalamu Alaikum. Come at you once again, YouTube family and friends, with another video. Now, this video probably is going to rub a few people the wrong way. Might upset a few people at the comments that I'm about to make. But sometimes constructive criticism is just like medicine. Doesn't taste good going down, but I declare it's good for you. So here it goes. I got a phone call from my dad not that long ago, and me and him was just chopping it up, talking about how the neighborhood has changed. The neighborhood where I grew up at in the 80s, early 90s, it's changed. It's changed for the worse. See, back then, in the neighborhood that I grew up in, anywhere from, I say about 75, 80 houses in this one particular block. Everybody on this particular block owned their homes. There were virtually no renters in this particular neighborhood on this particular block. Everybody owned. Now, unfortunately, those people have died off or moved away. So now, in a neighborhood that was once a proud, thriving, quiet, middle-class neighborhood, it has now become a neighborhood full of renters and a neighborhood full of Section 8 dwellers. A neighborhood full of renters, Section 8 dwellers. My dad was telling me one night he was trying to sleep and he couldn't because the next door neighbor, they had their music cranked as high as it'll go, and they're outside all night keeping up noise, playing music, talking loud, cursing, passing the blunt, passing the 40, all night long. And see, here's the thing. When you live in a neighborhood like, she had to understand this right here. People that's on welfare, public assistance, they don't have a job. So they don't really care about the ones that do. They don't have any type of consideration whatsoever about the ones that do actually have to get up and go to work the next day. They don't care. No consideration, none whatsoever. None. You know, the neighborhood used to be so clean, so pristine. Now it's gone to shit. Why? Because you amongst people that don't care. When you live next door to somebody that don't own their house and the government's paying for it, they don't care how that it looks. Here you are, you're trying to keep your yard up. Nice, clean. You take pride in your yard. The grass is nice and green. You water it every day. Got flowers, flower pots, and everything. You got your yard nice and clean. You try to keep your yard up as best you can. But you got your neighbors. They don't care how their yard look. Okay? They got garbage in their yard, and their garbage blows in your yard. They don't care. They don't care. Chris Rock said it best. This might offend some people, but you tell me where I'm lying at. You got niggas, and you got black folk. I can't stand niggas. And guess what? He's right. He is absolutely 100% correct. I can't stand being around niggas. As far as I'm concerned, you could. And by the way, before I proceed with this, The word nigga is defined as someone who is lazy, worthless, and shiftless. So with that being said, there's a lot of white niggas too. Let's get that straight. Alright? Nigga is not a color. It's a mentality. And unfortunately, you got a lot of ignorant niggas out here. Something that's said in my old neighborhood back in the day, even now, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. They not. Their mentality is a lot different than yours. And as far as I'm concerned, you can take all these niggas along with white supremacists, skinheads, the KKK, coons and sellouts, weave wearing thoughts, chicken heads, hood rats. You can take them all, bunch them all together, put them all on their own island, and let them kill each other off. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care about neither one of them. Niggas make black people look bad. I'm serious. Try to keep your yard up. They don't care about their yard. Okay? They don't care about their yard. Come out wearing pants hanging off the ass. Nobody want to see your drawers, man. Females coming out with a Jiffy Pop bag on their head. Walking around with their house shoes on and their pajamas in the middle of the damn supermarket. Really? Like I said, nigga is a mentality. It's not a color. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you act. It's how you behave. That's what that is. And I don't like being around that type of individual. I don't. I don't want my kids around them. I don't want nobody around them. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's more often than not, they are products of single family homes. They are products of single family homes. You got a lot of these dudes act the way they do and carry themselves the way they do because they are brought up by single mothers. They are brought up by single mothers. And their mother probably 15, 20 years older than them. They are brought up around all that female energy. All that female energy. They weren't brought up with a man around in the house. Because as you know, welfare and other public assistance is designed to keep the man out of the house. Oh, sure. Pookie and Ray Ray and Tyrone, they still show up. They still show up, even though he ain't supposed to be there. Oh, yeah, they still stay there now. They just waiting on him to get paroled out. They just wait on him to get out. He in the county. He upstate. When he get out, he got a couch to lay on. He got a bedroom to lay in. And he ain't got to work for it. Those are the only examples, if they got any example at all, that our young men have to look at. Mm-hmm. They're raised around feminine energy and Pookie, Ray, and Tyrone. Mm-hmm. And then we wonder why the black neighborhood is the way it is. That's why. They have no positive male influence in their life. And they had no positive female influence in their life. They mother, tell me, y'all tell me if I'm lying or not. Leave a message in the comment section. You tell me if I'm lying or not. Not all, but most. Single black female mothers. All they do is curse their kids out. Sit your little badass down. Shut up. Every other word come out of their mouth is a curse word. Raising their voice. Nothing but negative female energy. Tell me where I'm lying at. Tell me where I lie. And then you wonder why these young men act the way they do. Because that's all they around. Negative female energy. And if they happen to be around any type of man whatsoever, you know, some women say half a man is better than no man. Well, if the young man is around half a man, as they say, he ain't about shit. All he do is sit around the house, smoke all day, drink all day, play the video game all day. That's all he does. Cuss his mama out. He can hear him in the back room going at it. Sometimes they bold enough to do it in front of the kids. And again, they wonder why the kids act out when they get older. Because those are the only examples that they had to look to. Those were the only examples they had. I'm just saying. Unfortunately, that's the case in our community. So, and again, just not a couple hours ago, I was on my way to the supermarket, and a little girl was on her tricycle. She had to be no more than 3 or 4 years old. On her tricycle, by herself, unattended. I ain't gotta ask where her father at. I mean, we already know the answer to that, so we're not gonna go there. But where's her mother? Where's the mom at in all this? Obviously, this so-called mother doesn't watch the news. Obviously, this so-called mother don't pick up a newspaper. Because any sick, twisted individual could have snatched her daughter up and she never see her again. We live in a type of world where little kids are snatched up at the drop of a dime. They are sexually exploited. And once they get done being sexually used and abused, they harvest their organs. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on, more than you think. And after that, you never see them again. They take the rest of their body and make it disappear. All of it, bones and all. Believe it or not, you eating it. But that's another video for another day. That's what's happening with a lot of kids growing up in the hood today. That's unattended. The mom's not up watching them, keeping an eye on them. Why? Because she don't care. What's concerning her right now, what concerning the mother, is keeping this nigga in the house happy. Making sure he taken care of. Making sure he eats. And got plenty to drink. And plenty of sex. That's all she concerned about. She ain't concerned about her daughter out there. She ain't concerned about her son out there neither. Because if she was, she'd keep a better eye on him. She'll be out there watching them. Making sure that they straight. She'll be actually walking with them while they're on their bike. Having family time. Fun time. But do you see that in the black neighborhood? Hardly. Hardly. My neighborhood used to be so beautiful. That used to be one of the best blocks to grow up in. Now look at it. It's all trash. All trash. Because the renters and the Section 8 whores have taken over. And they run the neighborhood down. Just run it down. Run it down. Run it down. If your house was worth something that ain't worth much now, you ain't gonna get much for it. Ain't nobody trying to move over there. White people that's watching this video, let me explain something to you. I know that most of you, the only way you know anything about black people is through the TV. To tell a lie to your vision. What you see on TV, all the negative that you see on TV, all the negative that you hear on the radio, all the negative that you read about in the newspaper, that is what you know of us. Or at least what you think you know. I'll explain something to you, my good white friends. What you see on TV, what you read about in the newspaper, what you hear on the radio, that don't define all black people. It does not. You got a lot of good, strong, hard-working, God-fearing, spiritual-minded black folk. Just as well as you got a lot of strong, hard-working, spiritual-minded white folk. So please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. And don't put us all in the same basket. Don't put us all in the same basket, because if you put us all in the same basket, the one rotten apple is going to make us all rotten. At least in your eyes. And that's not the case. That's not the case. Again, a lot of our people, I don't even want to be around them. I don't. I don't want to be around them. I don't want my family to be around them. So I, as a black man, speak this way. I can just imagine how you feel. I don't want to be around them. I don't. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Like I said, you got niggas and you got black people. There's a difference. And niggas is making black people look bad. I work hard every day. I go to work every day. I provide for mine. I'm not one of these types that walk around with my pants hanging off my ass. I'm not one of those types that don't take care of my family. I make sure that my family eat every day. I make sure they got clothes on their back and a decent roof over their head. Every day, all day. 365. So please do me a favor, yourself a favor. Don't judge all black people just by what you see on TV, what you read in the paper, or what you hear on the radio. Because that's not the truth. That's not facts. For you black people, that niggas, you know who I'm talking to. Get it together. Get it together. Stop behaving the way you do. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for us. It really is not. It don't make no damn sense where you got a couple houses on one block. Yard is nice, green, grass is green as ever, nice fence, flower pots and everything. Everything is nice and well groomed. And you got 5, 6 houses in a row. Look like a tornado has been through there. Garbage blowing everywhere. Bottles busted up all down the damn street. Kids running amok, no supervision. No home training. What happened to the days of yes sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir? What happened to those days? Tell me. What happened to the days of self-respect? You actually cared about your grooming standards. You cared about what others thought about you. You cared about what you thought about yourself. You come out of the house with your pants hanging off your ass, everybody can see your stinking drawers. Obviously, you don't care about yourself, and you don't care about what others think of you. You ain't care about yourself. Because if you cared about yourself, you will present the world a better you. If you cared about yourself, you wouldn't come out the house with a Jiffy Pop bag on your head, walk around with pajamas on and house shoes, going to the supermarket with 3 or 4 kids behind you, and all of them got 3 or 4 different daddies. Not a good look. Not a good look. So obviously there's some self-esteem issues somewhere. Because if you cared about yourself, you wouldn't come out the house looking like that. You would come out of the house presentable. Your kids will come out of the house presentable. Not looking like crap. I say all these things because I really care about my people. I care about all people. But I'm mostly concerned and concentrating on my people. People that look like, let me rephrase that. Because, again, now all skin folk, kinfolk. Let me rephrase that. Concentrate on people that look like me. I want people that look like me to do better. Because, again, you got niggas and you got black folks. And niggas are making black people look bad. You're making us look bad. You wonder why nobody want to be around you, live around you. I don't want to live around you. Tupac Shakur, the late, great Tupac Shakur said it best. And I'm going to paraphrase a bit. Say, if I move over here, meaning amongst white people or upper echelon neighborhood, they hate my guts. They don't want to be around me. They hate me. But if I stay here amongst people that look like me, I got to worry about my brother stealing from me. Where am I to go? Tupac Shakur. You know what? He's right. He's right. Now, in the city that I live at, there's a handful, I should say, of middle class, upper middle class black neighborhoods. Everybody goes to work every day. Everybody's yard looks nice, crisp, well put together. You would actually think it's a white neighborhood, but it's not. All black. I want to see more of those neighborhoods. That's what I want to see. I want to see more neighborhoods like that. I don't care where you at in the so-called hood. Your neighborhood can look like that. But what has to happen is we got to kill that nigger mentality so the black man can wake up and take over. That's the only way it's going to happen. I say it's a damn disgrace that you had people coming from all parts of the country to Baltimore to clean up the neighborhoods that you live in that you should have been cleaning up. Really? You live in this neighborhood, born and raised in this neighborhood. You got eyes. You can see. You can smell. The neighborhood don't look so well. The neighborhood don't smell so well. You see that. You smell. Yet you do nothing. But there's a white family all the way from Seattle, Washington. Never even been to Baltimore. Never even been in a black neighborhood. Will come all the way across the country to your hood to do something that you should do. Clean up your own damn neighborhood. They don't live there. They don't see what you see every day. They don't smell what you smell every day. Yet they come clear across the country to clean up your neighborhood because you lack the moral character to clean up your own. How shameful. How shameful. How shameful is that? You tell me. Is that not the most embarrassing thing in the world? You got people from all over the country. Oh, yeah, you had some Baltimore residents too. A handful. You got people coming from all across the country to clean up where you live at every day. They don't live there. They don't have no type of vested interest in that particular neighborhood or the city for that matter. Yet they felt so moved and felt so bad. They felt some type of way that they left their city, come clear across the country to clean your neighborhood up. Now, I don't know if they did that out of concern, that they really cared. Some might say they did it because out of concern, they really cared. Or to show black people, let me rephrase that, to show niggas up. Yeah, that's a bad way to put it. Because black people wouldn't have their neighborhood looking like that. Real black people wouldn't have their neighborhood smelling like that. They would not let their neighborhood get to the point where there's trash and all sorts of debris blowing everywhere. They wouldn't let their neighborhood deteriorate to the point where you got rats and roaches running everywhere. Stanking. No, black folk wouldn't do that. Real black folk, real black people, real black American citizens. Niggas, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. Some of y'all watching this video, you might say, I'm trying to throw my people under the bus. Them ain't my people. Them ain't my people. I said that once, I said it twice, I said it 3 times, I said it again. Niggas is not my people. Again, I say take niggas, white supremacy, skinheads, the KKK, coons and sellouts, and you take these hood rats and chicken heads, and you take them, you bunch them all together, and put them on an island, and do the whole world a favor, and just sit back and watch them kill your love. That's my mentality right about now. That's how I feel. Hell with them. Don't they say the hell with you every time they let their trash blow in your yard? And they don't bother to come pick it up. Don't they say the hell with you when that happens? Every time that dog, that pit bull, Rottweiler, Doberman, wherever the hell they got, running around the yard, and they run in your yard, and the dog shit in your yard, and they don't bother to acknowledge the fact that the dog shitted in your yard, they won't even have the gall or the decency to go, excuse me, sir, ma'am, my dog pooped in your yard. I mean, I'm gonna clean it up, okay? Do you think that's gonna happen? Nope. That ain't gonna happen. So in essence, aren't they saying the hell with you? So I'm saying the hell with them. Now all skin folk and camp folk, they ain't my people. Again, I love black people. I can't stand niggas. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Tell me if you think I'm lying. Tell me where I lie at. Tell me why I lie. Tell me why I lie. Every one of you that's watching this video, that's under the sound of my voice, know somebody that's like this, or you even live in a neighborhood with people like this, or you used to live in a neighborhood with people like this. Tell me why I lie. Tell me I ain't telling the truth. Tell me why I'm not telling the truth at. I dare you. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Please share this video. Like the video. But most importantly, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Well, till next time. Quiet. I'm out. Peace.